Welcome back to Spinning Iris. It is day 15 of Banned Book Month, which means it is time for chapter 15 of Candide by Voltaire. Now in the last chapter, Candide was surprisingly reunited with the brother of Cunegonde, and now we're about to find out just how he came to be a priest and be living in South America. Are you ready? Let's go. Chapter 15. How Candide killed the brother of his beloved Cunegonde. All my life I will remember the horrible day when I saw my parents killed and my sister raped. When the Bulgars had gone, my adorable sister couldn't be found. My parents and I were put in a cart, along with the bodies of 2 maidservants and 3 little boys who'd been murdered, and taken away to be buried in a Jesuit chapel 5 miles from our ancestral castle. A Jesuit sprinkled holy water on us. It was terribly salty, and a few drops of it got into my eyes. The Jesuit saw my eyelids flutter. He put his hand over my heart and felt it beating. I was given the care I needed, and 3 months later I was as good as new. As you know, my dear Candide, I was very handsome. I became even handsomer, so the Reverend Father Croust, the abbot of the house, took a great liking to me, and some time later I was sent to Rome. The Father General needed a group of young German Jesuit recruits. The rulers of Paraguay take in as few Spanish Jesuits as they can. They prefer foreigners because they feel they can control them better. The Reverend Father General decided I was fit to go and work in this vineyard. I left with a Pole and a Tyrolean. When I arrived, I was given the honor of being made a subdeacon and a lieutenant. Today I'm a colonel and a priest. We'll give a hot reception to the King of Spain's troops. I guarantee you they'll be excommunicated and beaten. Providence has sent you here to help us. But is it true that my dear sister Cunegonde is near here with the governor of Buenos Aires? Candide swore to him that nothing could be truer. Their tears began to flow again. The Baron never tired of embracing Candide, and he called him his brother and saviour. "Ah, my dear Candide," he said, "perhaps we can enter the city together as victors and rescue my sister Cunegonde." "I hope so," said Candide, "because I intended to marry her, and I still do." "You insolent wretch," answered the Baron, "how impudent of you even to think of marrying my sister, who has 72 generations of nobility behind her. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for daring to mention such an audacious scheme to me." Candide, petrified on hearing this, replied to him, "Reverend Father, all the generations of nobility in the world would make no difference. I rescued your sister from the arms of a Jew and an Inquisitor. She's under great obligation to me, and she wants to marry me. Dr. Pangloss always told me that all men are equal, and I will certainly marry her." "We'll see about that, you scoundrel," said the Jesuit Baron Thundertentrunk, and at the same time he struck him across the face with the flat of his sword. Candide instantly drew his own sword and plunged it to the hilt in the Jesuit Baron's belly. But when he drew it out, he began to weep. "Dear God," he said, "I've killed my former master, my friend, my brother-in-law. I'm the kindest man in the world, yet I've already killed 3 men, and 2 of them were priests." Cacambo, who had been standing watch at the entrance of the arbour, came running in. "There's nothing left for us to do except sell our lives dearly," his master said to him. "They'll surely come into the arbour. We must die sword in hand." Cacambo, having been in tight spots before, did not lose his head. He took the Baron's Jesuit robe, put it on Candide, gave him the dead man's hat, and made him mount his horse. All this was done in the twinkling of an eye. "Now let's gallop away, sir," he said. "Everyone will take you for a Jesuit carrying orders, and will cross the border before they can come after us." With these words he dashed forward, shouting in Spanish, make way for the Reverend Father Colonel." And that is the end of chapter 15 and the halfway point of the story. Wow. Candide's a bit of a hothead. It's a good thing he's got the cool mind of his companion Cacambo. And we'll find out what happens next in Candide's adventures. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.